3 or 4 months, I used to telephone the model agencies and say, let's have a cattle market.
My hair's gone frizzy in a row. Oh my God!
When I arrived, they said, I'm sorry, Parks, it's a very dull crop.
Right, you ready, girls? Parks is here. Cattle market about to start next door. Oh.
I went upstairs and I just went round the room. There must have been 20 girls in it. And I just say name, address, telephone number, and, you know, quick sentence.
Now, tell me the story of your life, Judy Smith, very quickly, in about 5.5 words.
Married, 1 beagle.
Married to a beagle. Can I just see that lovely lavender body?
I wrote them all down. I came downstairs and they said, we told you.
Nice through here, isn't it?
I said, upstairs is a great star. And they said, which one? I said, Celia Hammond.
Come on, puss, 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 puss. Every cat in London knows that. Except him.
When I moved into my first flat, I actually wanted dogs. But because I was in a flat and busy, it obviously wasn't a good idea. So I got 2 kittens. And that just started a love affair with cats that, well, look what's happened to me.
Like many stars of the 60s, Celia Hammond was plucked from comfortable middle-class obscurity and shot to international fame within weeks. At 20, she earned as much in a day as most people took home in a month.
Yes, but I mean, if greyhounds are going to go out in the street and kill cats, then, I mean, they have to be muzzled.
For more than a decade, her face was splashed across the glossy pages of the fashion magazines by world-famous photographers like Terence Donovan, David Bailey and Norman Parkinson.
Quite honestly, it doesn't really matter if they're pets or working. If they kill cats, it's all the same, isn't it?
In London, Celia's base is a house in this terrace in the suburb of Peckham.
How are the other ones that you're feeding?
She is a lodger with no regular income, no family, and a file full of work that drives her remorselessly day and night.
Well, I'll try and get it from Director Inquiries and give them a ring.
I mean, what would she possibly want to do with her life now? She must be 40, 45, somewhere in there. There's nothing else to do, is there? But be loved by dozens of stray cats. From her love of cats, she now has a mission to spade every cat in sight so that the world is not peopled by cats that are unhappy.
Not a sign of anything. Most stray cats and kittens in London tend to keep a pretty low profile during the day and tend to come out around dusk when it's a bit safer and children have sort of gone to bed. I'll pop round the other side. Puss, 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 puss. Puss, 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 puss.
Well, perhaps if I hadn't been aware of this dreadful suffering and this dreadful need, then perhaps, yes, my life would have been different, but I didn't have that choice. I mean, once I knew about it, I was lumbered. You know, an obsession is not something that you've got any control over. You've either got it or you haven't. And if you've got it, you're lumbered, I'm afraid. You've got it till the day you drop.
I'm going to leave a bit of food here if I can find something to put it on. To try and get the cats used to coming to this point over a period of days. And they'll come at the same time every day expecting food. I mean, there are thousands of sites like this all over London. cats living in areas of waste ground like this, in derelict buildings, factories, hospitals. If I can only answer a fraction of the numbers of calls that come in. It just isn't possible to get round to them all. I mean, no animal welfare society could deal with the numbers of animals that have got to be rounded up and helped, which is why I feel so desperately that there has to be another answer. We've got to prevent all these animals from being born. I mean, a solution is either to increase the rate of killing or decrease the birth rate, and for me it's got to be the second option. There's no other way to approach this problem in a humane way. Where are your babies? Where are your babies? You've got them hidden away. There's 10 or 12 here living wild on this. Oh, here comes another one. Hello, darling. Hello, lovely boy. I'm surprised, actually, that they're around at this time of day. But, no, they are wild. I mean, they just live on this waste ground. And there are several kittens in here, too. The bulldozers are coming in here soon, you see. This is when it's going to get impossible for them. They hide in the basements because it's, you know, what they think is the safest place. And, of course, the buildings come down on top of them, which is, you know, just appalling.
It was so wonderful because she was upstairs, looking very shy. She was wearing a sort of blue wool coat with a velvet collar, standing very composed, very simple girl, and one never knew that one was igniting dynamite. I mean, we all know that models are supposed to be brainless. But if you've been at the trade as long as I have, you know that the best models are the most intelligent because they think ahead for you. And there was a sort of soft quietness about Celia. She had a most hysterical laugh, which I imagine she still has. But she was very sensitive and very quiet. I was very much in love with her for sort of 3 or 4 years, and I used her like, you know, an artist might. I got to a state where I could hardly take a picture without her.
Turn your head. Turn your head this way. No, the other way. No, head up. Keep still.
In the 60s, everyone was in love with Celia.
Head up again. Look over to this direction. Chin up again.
This is the equally demanding Terence Donovan.
Let your head come down for a second. Just twist it around. Get some air into the lungs. Just breathe in. Keep your head up. Do you think you could shake your hair slightly? Bring it forward over the shoulder. So just relax around. Just shake the hair up again. Just have that gadget blowing her hair across.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Quick, Dave.
Do I need some powder?
Just from about there. Stay. Just a quick.
The modelling started to be very intrusive into what I was trying to do. I mean, no, it didn't happen overnight or anything like that. It wasn't a great revelation. I just realised that I couldn't any longer combine the two things. And so I just told my agency, this is it, you know. Cross me off your books. So I didn't miss it. I didn't miss it at all. Not at all, not one bit. Something had to go, and there was no way it was going to be the animals. How many cats do you think there are?
Hey.
How many cats do you think there are here?
I hear you.
How many cats?
Today, Celia Hammond operates a flying squad to save animals, mostly cats, from harm.
Yeah.
But her work has human benefits too.
No,
You
they're
have
very...
to put that stuff in
With elderly people, it's very much social work because often the cats are all they have in their lives. You know, they'll go without I mean, they'll go without food themselves to feed the stray cats that they're feeding.
I've seen two on the roof just now. I wondered if you'd seen any.
They do think of you as a sort of friend, and they like to go through their sort of photo albums with you and talk about the old times. And I always, because I'm often in their houses for several hours doing this, I always like to sort of listen to their stories. And it's important for them to be able to talk, because so many people don't sort of listen to what old people have got to say. And they've got a lot of, you know, interesting things to share. I feel an affinity for them. And I like to help them, and I don't like to see them go without themselves.
You know, they won't be so frightened if they see you.
They won't come to you.
No, so you go first.
Come along then. Come on. Whiskey, come on. Come on. There's another. There's another.
They're sneezing quite a lot, aren't they?
Would you like to put that out there for the next one?
All right.
Oh, they like that.
Come on, babies.
Whiskey.
How long have the cats been here, Mrs. Arden?
6 months.
About 6 months. And how many, did they all come at once or just one?
No.
How many?
The black and white one came.
Yeah.
And that one over there, the tortoiseshell one. Then I came down here one morning to feed them, and I found all these little kittens running. They couldn't even walk, some of them was just, well, you could hold them in your hand. So I got a box, and I put them in there. And it's much warmer then, the sun's
in the summer.
shining,
Yes,
you know. So there they are, they've all grown up.
I mean, this is potentially a very large colony of cats.
Whiskey.
Obviously now we're going to get them and get them neutered and find homes for them because Mrs. Arden can't manage. She's spending around between a third and a half of her income on feeding these cats, and she can't manage. I mean, she's doing her very best for them, but you know, she really feels that she can't even manage one.
Come on.
So we'll get them all away and rehomed.
Go away, greedy. There's some food here.
There's a lot of sneezing going on, isn't there?
It's so cold out. I'd have them in, but they got fleas.
Well,
come on, where are they?
We can sort out fleas.
Yes, come on, Whiskey.
That's it. But I mean, you've got 5 female cats here, so I mean, next spring.
5 females?
Yes.
How do you know?
Well, you've got 3 tortoiseshells.
Which is a...
Well, you've got 3 tortoiseshells and 2 black and whites.
That black and white one a female?
No, that black and white one is, and that black one
There's
is.
another black and white one I like.
Yeah, that's a little boy.
It's a boy,
but the thing is, next spring,
Yeah,
you would
boy.
have 5 females giving birth here. I mean, it's just going to be absolutely impossible.
Oh,
so
God.
we've got to get them
What
away,
is this
get them
one?
neutered,
That's a
this
female?
little boy, and find homes. And we've got to get these kittens in because, look, he's all sneezing and coughing and
cat flu,
choking.
isn't it?
Yes, yes.
What's this little one?
Well, I don't know, but I mean, it's certainly sneezing. And so we've got to get them in and get them
Of
sorted
course.
out and find homes for them, yes? Have you tried to get some help? Have you reported the cats to anybody?
Yes, doesn't it? 3 or 4 times.
Have you? And what happened?
Well, I got onto the, what do you call it? RSPCA, is it? And they never troubled to send anybody down. But after that, we actually did get something. You.
Me.
Celia claims that the RSPCA's agreement with the British Veterinary Association, the BVA, prevents it from providing low-cost neutering clinics. The RSPCA says that this agreement does not always make vets charge a lot. But the confusion angers Celia, who wants simple and cheap clinics. So she has developed a network of sympathetic vets to help her. Vets like John McCaig.
Hello.
Hello, Sim. How are you?
I'm fine.
Good. And how many have you got?
Don't be angry. 9.
9?
Yeah, sorry. They were all there, so I thought I'd better get them.
Right, okay.
No.
Wish us luck.
Yeah. Here they are. Good babies. It's all right. Don't be frightened. Here we are. It's all right. It's all right. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. There we are.
So why is he running away?
It's all right, babies. Don't be frightened. Here we are.
Good. Well done.
Oh, little eyes drooping.
that little one a boy or a girl?
I don't know. It's a little girl. She's very tired, but they sometimes spring to life, don't they?
And they're given a bit of ether.
Oh, little girlie. Yes, you see, it's nice being stroked, isn't it? It's nice. I've never been stroked before. There. There, she's such a pretty girl. Should we take her?
We'll take her out, we'll risk her. Oh, no, love. There we are. Not too bad, is it? Well, go to sleep. All done by kindness. This is where the ether takes over. Increase the ether. They can hold their breath sometimes too. They don't like the ether. And this one's trying hard to hold its breath and breathe at the same time, if you can do that. They're good big cats, aren't they, in fact?
Good big cats?
Yes, they're better than your normal ones.
A bit thin.
This easy operation can cost an owner £30 for a female cat and as much as £110 for a bitch. Celia believes these high charges discourage owners who often acquire pets without considering the arithmetic of breeding. The numbers are staggering. Theoretically, one female cat over 7 years can be responsible through its offspring for up to 21,000 kittens.
This is the trouble. I mean, they're just such prolific breeders, aren't they? 3 litters a year.
At least, yes.
5 in each, half of which are female, which then go on to produce in the same way. I mean, it's just a mind-boggling situation.
And there's the uterus. Nice long uterus because they have a lot of young. And there's the ovary, showing up nicely. As I say, it's nice and long and contain anything up to sort of 3 or 4 kittens a side. And there we are.
The 3 females from this place, they've all had kittens. I've got 1 litter, and apparently the people have disposed of the other 2 litters.
That's the first ovary out. The tricky bit of the operation is to find the other horn. By magic.
I cannot understand why the BVA is so opposed to low-cost spaying, because these are people, the sort of people we have to get through to are not the sort of people that would ever go to a private vet. They would never have the money. So it's not sort of taking away their business. It's actually trying to reach a group of animals that would never otherwise be treated at all. This is what I can't understand.
They tend to think that people should be paying for their own spays and neutering. But I think that the average young vet now is expecting a great deal more out of the profession in the way of monetary rewards, which I find rather sad. I think we're qualified to treat animals rather than to make a fortune. You obviously can do both, but I'd far rather see 20 cats at X number of pounds than 10 cats at Y pounds, so that the other 10 can't afford to come in. And if people come to me and say, we can't afford the fees, that makes me very sad indeed. You know, it really does, and makes me very cross. Now, because she's had kittens, I shall have to tie off this end because this blood supply is just too great just to twist it off, risk it twisting off. And the great thing here is not to pull too tightly because it can go through rather like a cheese wire. And that can cause a bit of panic in the ranks. Again, belt and braces. Take it off again. There we are. Princess she's coming around very nicely, and she'll be ready to go out again this evening. Is that right?
No, keep them in for...
Do you keep them in?
Keep them in for...
You're kind.
I'm getting cautious in my old age. The destruction figures for this country are appalling. Around 2,000 dogs a day destroyed. Healthy dogs. There's nowhere for them to go. There are no homes. And twice as many cats. It's a national scandal. And what I find so utterly frustrating is that so much money is being pumped into a mopping up operation. You know, putting animals in holding facilities, building new animal homes to put them in. You could open an animal home every week, have a rescue society starting up every month. You wouldn't begin to deal with the problem. What we've got to do is deal with it at source. We've got to prevent all these animals for which no homes exist. We've got to prevent them from being born. All these animals, I mean, it's just so utterly frustrating, I can't tell you. I mean, it makes me sick to my stomach. Anyway, after all these years of frustration and trying to get the RSPCA to set up low-cost spaying clinics, I just realised that if I wanted low-cost spaying clinics, I was going to have to try and do it myself.
It's 9:30 on a cold winter evening. A homebound commuter has noticed a pregnant cat and phoned Celia, who knows the place well.
Hello, darling. Come on. Hello, babies. Come on. Come on. This is Waterloo Station. I've taken a lot of cats from here over the years, but they just keep coming back. I don't know where they're coming from. A lot of lorries and things deliver here over 24-hour periods. So I think a lot of them get in vans and trucks and things and get out here. The tortoiseshell has been here for quite some time. Because of the shelter in the arches, it's a sort of, well, it's, you know, it provides a lot of cover for them. They're very well fed here. As feral cats go, it's actually quite cushy here for them. I mean, some of the ones that I deal with are just living in the most appalling conditions. Some of them actually just live under cars. As one car starts up, they move to another one. I mean, their capacity for endurance is quite, you know, mind-boggling. I've such a lot of respect for these cats. I've known one little mother cat with a broken leg hauling herself about, dragging food down into a cellar for her kittens. Come on. They really love each other. They're still rubbing around each other. It's sweet. Come on, babies. Puss, 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 puss. Come on. Here you come. Come on. Come on. I would say fully 50% of the old toms that we pick up are tame. Somebody's slung them out because perhaps they've not neutered. They're a bit smelly. They go wandering off. And when you get them in, you know, they're often toothless and looking really rough, but you get them in and they're tame. They're sometimes in a really bad state, you know. Sometimes they've lost an eye in fights with sort of cauliflower ears. You get them in and they start purring and rubbing all around you. Poor old things.
By midnight, the place is deserted, a cold and lonely maze of shadows.
I've only been frightened once. I was chased through an empty car park by somebody. It was like a nightmare. It was lots of stairs up to the top floor, and there was somebody up there who just sort of came across very fast to where I was. So I ran down the stairs, you know, like a sort of dream thing. I was running and running and running, and managed to get out. And there were 5 roads at the bottom, and he didn't know which one I'd taken, so I just locked myself in the car and hid on the floor.
I suppose a good psychiatrist would say she's a little bit demented. But aren't we all? I mean, as soon as we become sane, we stop to contribute to life. I mean, this is her calling. These are her children. But I don't think she thinks that she's unusual in any way, or that even she'd want it cured, if the problem needs curing. The cats are the people for whom she lives.
Among Celia's loyal helpers is Elena, A mother of two, she lives on the estate of one of Celia's former boyfriends, caring for the 100 or so injured, old and often neurotic cats that are too damaged or frightened to find immediate homes for.
They're going to need their food.
She cares about Celia too.
Celia has the ability, the time and the energy to direct herself in one life, and it was an obsession that took up quite in her early 20s and has enabled her to carry on with it. They are the guiding lights, and they just direct us lesser people, lesser bodies, into feeding their obsession in a way. It's a feeding of an obsession which has got to come, there's got to come good of it. You are alone in your obsession because people haven't the time to share the obsession. They have other paths in their lives, they have other feelings, other motives. So I think sometimes she doesn't understand that people share this obsession, even with me, and I've known her for 17 years. But she has me to kick her around every now and then and remind her that there are other things, that people exist. I have to vary the food as much as possible because cats are just as finicky as humans. When they're as frightened as this, I'm afraid they tend to keep quite quiet. If anything, they'll be more active than noisy. Some of them will be quite noisy, depends on how hungry they are. It doesn't matter how many times you do the dirt boxes, they're still quite an active little bunch. I would think probably something like coal mining is the worst job on earth, but I happen to think this, it's okay. I think doing it early in the morning helps because you're half asleep, your body goes into automatic pilot and you just get on and do it without necessarily thinking what the hell you're doing. There's no set time to when you start, really. I try to start around about 6 on days that I have to go to work because I have to set off for work at 8:20, get the daughter ready for school. At the weekend I'll start at 7 because I probably got a lot of housework to do, so you can't just say, oh, you know, don't bother to do it today because have a lie-in, but I'm afraid you've still got the rest of your life to deal with. Come on, pussies. Come on, puss, 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 puss. Pussies. Come on. Puss, 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 puss. Come on. Come on. Come on, pussies. Come on.
Celia's former boyfriend is rock guitarist Jeff Beck. Through him and her previous life as a top model, she has direct access to the rich and famous, who can attract the big money needed to build her low-cost spaying clinics for dogs and cats. So when Celia organises a fundraising bash, everyone who is anyone must be there.
I was with Jeff for about 17 years, and he was very patient. I mean, he put up with a lot, I tell you. There's not many men that would put up with what he's put up with in the way of sharing his home with sometimes over 100 cats. He was very good, but ultimately I think he just decided that he couldn't stand it, and I wasn't prepared to give up my work. We just sort of drifted apart, and, you know, we've each sort of gone off in other directions. I don't think really any man could be expected to put up with what he did put up with. But we're still, you know, he's one of the patrons of the charity, and he's quite proud, I think, in a way, of what I'm doing.
The charity, the Celia Hammond Animal Trust, will, she hopes, be the umbrella organisation for her spaying clinics. It is now Celia's life's work, replacing any ideas she might have had of settling down, starting a family, or fading back into the comfortable middle-class security that she came from.
I think men do like being mothered, basically. But that's not really me. I mean, I need to be looked after because I'm so hopeless. I've never got time to do anything domestic. I don't have time to wash or cook or, wash clothes, I hasten to add. Just all the normal things that a woman is supposed to do don't interest me in the slightest. I haven't got time to do them. There's other more important things in my life. It's normally sort of getting them from Monday to Thursday and then homing over the weekend. Get them down, get them all neutered, vaccinated, sorted out. We have to keep the bad ones for a few days till they've settled down a bit because they're often so frightened when they come in that, it's best to just settle them and calm them down. And then the ad comes out in the paper every week. Normally, once somebody sees an animal, that's it. So, I can honestly only think of a handful of times where I've actually taken a cat to somebody and they've said, no, I don't like that cat. Normally, once somebody sets eyes on an animal, they find it very hard to reject it or send it away, which is what it's all about, really. I mean, if you can get somebody as far as seeing an animal, you're normally home and dry. And we do have some very difficult and unattractive ones. But they can't look at something that looks in desperate need and pathetic and turn it away. But we do find an awful lot of homes for very difficult cats around here. Well, everything goes. I mean, nothing is put to sleep. It's all right, my sweetheart. It's all right, my lovely. It's all right. It's all right. Don't frighten. Oh, it's all right. Oh, dear. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm Mrs. Lowe's. Sorry, I'm a bit late.
My pussycats.
Thanks very much.
You.
There they are. They're panicking
come
a bit.
Through.
They're a little bit frightened, I'm afraid, but they
Right.
haven't had a very good start, poor little things.
Okay.
So I just plonk them on the table.
Great.
See, now, it's all right. This is your new mummy. This is your new one. Don't you spit at me, you ungrateful thing.
Yes. Are it boys, girls?
One of each.
Lovely.
One of each. So very, very important to get them neutered. Come on, let go. It's all right, don't panic.
She wants to bring me
There
down.
we are. There we are. There, my
Good.
sweetheart. There we are. Don't worry. Grab her very firmly because she'll go and do a runner. There you
Got you. I got you.
It's all right,
Okay.
Poppet. When they've settled down for a week or two, you can pop them up to the vet and get them
Will
vaccinated.
do.
Right, baby. You come and say hello.
Oh.
Come on, let go of the towel. There we are. Are you all right now?
Yes, I think I've got her.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, I see. Nobody's going to hurt you.
Come on.
Everything's all right. There you are.
You're wriggling a
Very
bit.
handsome, aren't you? You're a very handsome boy. Nothing's going to happen to you.
Come on.
Oh, you're all right. Yes, look at this lovely house. You're a lucky boy. I wish they were all so lucky. There, darling.
Come on.
There we are. Now settle down.
Yeah.
Oh, she's clutching you.
There we are.
You know that's your mum, don't you?
She can get round you. She can manipulate you. But it's always done with the form of sort of mental stroking. I think there's a lot of... the word feline rushes to mind. And I think, although you never saw that in her when she was young, it's obviously grown a great deal now. And now she's probably turned from a she-cat into quite a tomcat now, because she's quite violent in her opinions. And you could never argue with her. She has that way of turning her back on you like any good cat does.
Waterloo. It is now 2 in the morning. Celia waits for one pregnant cat to emerge from the shadows and slip into the trap she has set.
It's just wanting something terribly, you know. I want something to appear from under that rubbish bin and come out and walk into the box. And I sort of, the more I sort of look at it, you know, you feel the more you want it, the more likely it is to happen. I mean, I watched that point for 2-3 hours, and, you know, tonight we're out of luck.
Yeah, keep very still here. Okay. Blow. Blow it over there again. Have it. Now keep still. Alright, keep still. Now don't move anything, Celia. Don't move anything. Keep still. Keep still. A slight smile.
It's actually very, very hard to sit in a car for 4 or 5 or 6 hours. Hardly moving at all. I don't know, I think that's one of the hardest things, actually, being able to do that. Very few people can. I just sit and think about things. I write sometimes, but you can't get too involved in something because in the few seconds that you're looking down you could miss the cat you want. Or I just sometimes just, you know, go into a sort of trance and turn myself off. And I look at my watch and it's sort of 5 o'clock, and I look again and it's 8 o'clock, and I don't know where the hours have gone.
Enough again. Look over to this direction. Go down that more. Chin up again. Get some air into the lungs, just breathe in. Keep still. Keep your head up.
I didn't really have to be patient as a model. I mean, the tedium of sort of standing on a piece of paper and posing and, you know, standing in a funny way is quite different from what I do now. No, I don't think so. I don't think the two are related.
Do you think you could shake your hand slightly?